This might be a slight surprise. Not Duraludon, not Greninja, not Cinder Ace, not any of those are the highest frame rate physical attacker. It's actually Dragapult out of the ranged attack carries. Currently has the highest win rate out of all of those. And I feel like Dragon Dance does the, after getting fixed, it was bugged for quite a while where it didn't properly reset after a patch. Now that it properly resets again, it feels very good to play and still one of the most fun moves in the entire game. I feel like in general right now, I want to talk about physical attackers a bit. I think they struggle. We are currently in a very special tech meta heavy, right? Espeon, Mew, all the evolutions, General, Glaceon, even Sylveon are all very strong. And this made games very hard for those physical attackers. After the Spoon also got released, made special attackers even better. And I think it's very difficult for physical attackers to actually just live, because they have to stay in auto attack range, while someone like Espeon and Mew, they can be so far back, right? Compared to like Cinderace and Greninja, who have to walk in and auto attack, so that they just go and maybe just go down as soon as they try to walk up. I also want to talk a bit about Dragapult in this game, explain maybe how he works a tiny bit. So when you activate Dragon Dance, you can start spinning around in direction, and then you can also decide to either keep on going into the circle right here. We activate it, we spin around. Gotta be very careful though, and then we get a reset. If you get a KO or knockout, whenever we want to, we get Dragon Dance completely reset the entire cooldown. If you get only an assist, it's half the cooldown reset on Dragon Dance. And you have to be careful. We also run full heal. You saw full heal right there because the segment sword on the ground. I used full heal during my Dragon Dance to make sure I don't get interrupted. Also very important against something like Espeon or Wigglytuff, that if in case you spin to the enemy team, you might have to full heal or you will be stunned out of your Dragon Dance. It's very, very important. For the beta Swaster, we run Muscle Band, Rapid Fire Scarf, and Scope Lens. Rapid Fire Scarf and attack speed items actually make Dragon Dance faster. So it's very important as well that maybe before you go into a Dragon Dance, you get like 3 basic attacks out. And then as soon as you go into Dragon Dance, your Rapid Fire Scarf is up. And you will do a lot more damage. Same for your Boost Auto Attack. The Boost Auto Attack has to be charged up. Right now you see it like under my HP bar in blue. And Dragon Breath will also help us get that up a bit faster, because if enemies are stuck in the slow, you will start building up your passive. Like in this scenario right here, you can see a Dragon Dance into the Wigglytuff almost instantly go down because of Q-Charm being there. So you have to be very, very careful. We luckily still get the Wigglytuff in the end. And I live. Playing against Wigglytuff Espeon is obviously quite scary with any Pokemon. It's very, very strong of a combination. And then he's outside the Zacian, so it was a very difficult game. And a Blastoise. Honestly, the enemy team comp was insane looking in this game. And we tried obviously our best, but now the enemy Zacian just destroys our bot path a tiny bit. And we try to just get to level 9. It's still very important to get to level 9 as fast as possible. Get the Dragapult evolution done. Enemies are breaking our bot goal now, which I mean, it's quite early, so it's not too bad, honestly, for us. Still a lot of experience. Try to go maybe for the Zacian right here. I'm going to start spinning around, chase him down a bit. But yeah, without level 9, our damage is not where we want it to be. I think Dragapult's biggest issue is actually the Unite move though, because the Unite move is just an extra button. It doesn't really give him the stats that other like Unite moves do, right? It doesn't have the same impact as like a Greninja Unite or as a Cinderace Unite, right? Or Duraludon or any of those. And that's biggest issue of Dragapult, but it's still quite nice and can give us the resets, right? It has execute damage as well. So it's a point and click ability that just seeks out targets. Just click it, it's gonna seek out targets. And it also has some execution damage to it, so we hopefully get the reset in for Dragon Dance, which is this build all about, right? It's about the resets. Go for Regieleki right here. Try to stay top path, so we get the Regieleki with my Unite move. Now we spin around a bit, and here I messed up a tiny bit. I missed. So you can release your Dragon Dance. I want to go to the left, somehow I ended up to the right. And I just get obliterated by Zacian Unite. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. I went out to the wrong path. I should probably just maybe keep spinning around, or, I mean, obviously release it to the wrong side. Again, you can always cancel your Dragon Dance by pressing it again and using your joystick on the left side to decide where you want to be or where you want to end up like this, right? You can roll over to right, left, up, down, wherever you want to be. Just make sure you have the right your joystick in the right direction, or you might end up going down. Still trying to just farm experience right now. Obviously, as a physical attacker, you always want to be 14 or 15 for late game, because you need this level in late game to be actually able to, you know, knock out stuff. Otherwise, it gets quite difficult. Zacian again up here again with a Wigglytuff. In this scenario, I don't have fully right now, so I'm still getting Q-Charm. I try to get out of it, and somehow my Dragon Dance instantly got cancelled there. That was quite unfortunate, but that's what happens when you don't have full heal up, right? This can happen. I tried, I was 1 second away from it, and I could have maybe actually gotten both there if my Dragon Dance doesn't get interrupted instantly. That's the problem of playing into Q-Charm. But besides all of these stunts in the game, this build still feels very, very good right now. That's the funny part, right? A lot of builds struggle. It's quite difficult to play. You just have to kind of wait out a few things. I think the biggest issues for my build as Voltec Pikachu. I think Voltec Pikachu is absolutely the worst to play against for Dragon Dance Dragapult, or something like Sableye, right? Those are like the biggest offenders for interrupting my Dragon Dance. Looking in for the Zacian right here, I'm just going to start building up my boost auto attack a bit, and we're going to start spinning as soon as we you see my fully maxed out Dragon Dance right here, and then we do a lot of damage. So I auto attacked a few times there. I'm going to activate my rapid fire scarf, my boost auto attack, and then we start Dragon Dancing in, and we're able to get 3 easy KOs right here. Now staying at max range from the Wigglytuff so I don't get Q charmed. We get a KO there. I'm going to start spinning on this Espion now, and there, actually, I tried to fully out of the Unite move, but I still couldn't, because it was actually hitting me before my full heal went off. But I was so ready for it. I used my full heal, but my Dragon Dance already got cancelled before my full heal went out. That was a bit unfortunate. But it's also an issue. So if you Dragon Dance into an Espion, you have to kind of preemptively use full heal, or you obviously will, you know, drop to the ground very, very fast. Looking for the Greninja right here now. He's going obviously way too deep. We get him. And you can see we only got an assist, so Dragon Dance only gets half the cooldown reduction. Gotta watch out for Q charm again, so I try to fly around Wigglytuff as good as I can, looking for the reset, and just trying to hopefully keep on Dragon Dancing, trying to get on the Wigglytuff. We finally do. We get a reset, and we can maybe spin around. I don't see the Zacian though, so I've got to be a bit careful. If we walk into him or see him anywhere, he kind of just gonna run us down like this right here. He's gonna go for us. I try to outplay him right here, but I mean, it's just Zacian, right? But it's actually very close. He uses Unite move in the end, and the Unite is going to get me. Otherwise, I was very close of actually getting the Zacian. Still, we're sadly still playing Zacian Unite. I don't know where the nerfs are. Still waiting for the Zacian nerfs. Hopefully they're here soon. I feel like every video I post is like the Pokemon I play against Zacian. That's like every video lately. Can this Pokemon be Zacian? Yes or no? And I think, honestly, Dragapult has good damage against Zacian, honestly. I think it's one of the better Pokemon to be playing against it. You also have decent amount of mobility with Dragon Dance, of course, but as soon as he gets to you, you're obviously going to die anyways. But I mean, it's every Pokemon, right? He just does a lot of damage. But I do think Dragapult has a good amount of damage against Zacian and is able to take him down if your team stuns him, or if you go slow in general, you have a high chance of maybe getting the knockout with Dragapult, because he does a lot of single target damage with this bit as well. Again, Muscle, Rapid Fire, Scarf, Scope Lens all do crazy amounts of single target damage with Dragon Dance, because they all work there as well. Dragon Dance can crit, so Scope Lens as well. It's just an empowered auto attack pretty much. Looking as well here again, I'm going to start with the Dragon Breath, and I'm going to do 3 basic attacks, and I'm going to maybe start spinning, but Wigglytuff uses Unite move, so I decide to just spin out. Here we can also use our spin as an escape if we want to, but I decide to spin back in because I wasn't really in danger. I've had like gonna full heal away from the thing, so I don't get Espioned, and we take down the Wigglytuff. Looking for the Greninja maybe now, but I still don't want to overextend too much. But my Blastoise on the other side also got Espion. We can maybe look for a push up right here. But you can see again, we start with Dragon Breath. We try to do a few basic attacks, maybe proc or Rapid Fire Scarf, and you start spinning. Right now I have to spin away, because then my Blastoise is getting close to me. We get an assist, so our Dragon Dance has lower cooldown, and we're just going to start spinning again, looking for the Blastoise. And there's Wigglytuff, and we get Q-Charmed at the end of it. And we go down as well again to the Zacian. Surprise, surprise, surprise. A bit overextended, of course. But yeah, we're still doing quite fine in this match. We're now level 13. The problem is they have 15 Zacian, and they have a very good team comp. They have Blastoise for Unite move. They have an Espion. Very difficult to team fight into. And we don't really have a support or anything. Dragapults are going to be better as well if you have like some healing in it. But it's like every physical attacker, as soon as you have some healing in your team, it's going to be much, much better. I'm going to take Ripper fast so I can at least slow down my Dragon Dance as well. Get a bit more CC in. And we have to try and kite near the Zacian, so having Ripper might be quite useful. But he's so fast anyways. He's going to start towards top left now, because the Regieleki is in, and we have to try and clutch this team fight right now. We get the enemy Blastoise. I get my Dragon Dance reset to half, and their Greninja is also dead right now, so I'm going to start hitting Rayquaza. I'm going to start building up my boost auto attack as well again. I'm just going to start poking it and force our opponents maybe into a fight right here. Looking for the Wigglytuff now. Going to spin in. He does use Unite move. Going to try to spin away and stay at max range. And I sadly dodged back into the Psyshock here. I tried. So in those scenarios, I thought the Psyshock would go more down because he's predicting my movement. So I tried to sidestep it, but he didn't even predict my movement. He just straight up missed the skill shot, and I walked back into it. So it's quite unfortunate. I have to wait for a respawn right now. Yeah, this is what can happen, right? You know, you cannot expect him to maybe walk or like use Psyshock in the direction you're walking into, but because he auto-aimed, my character, like it was where my character was before. So because he just pressed Psyshock blindly, I actually just went down. And now we have to clutch the game. 3 of the enemies are dead, and I also want to talk about this play as well right here. You take just a blue buff, build up my boost auto attack as well again. I want to keep up my boost auto attack if I can. I'm just going to start Rayquaza. And here I want my Blastoise to just man up. Like, we have to do something. My Blastoise has Unite move up, and he's so passive. And we have only 40 seconds left. And my Blastoise is just chilling. Like, it's so bad. I'm going to fully here on the thing. I'm going to start dancing around. I dash away from the Sacred Sword. I get Wigglytuff. I start dancing again. I get Zacian, and now we look for the Espeon. Make sure Espeon can't see the Rayquaza away. We Dragon Dance onto the Espeon. I go right in front of it. We finish it off, and we get Rayquaza. But in those scenarios, like, we're running out of time, and my Blastoise is just staying to the left of me, just chilling around. We're going to score points right here. 100 go in, another 100. And Lucario is also going to score points, so we somehow pulled off an insane clutch in the end right here, take on the Blastoise too. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Dragapult right now. I think it's still one of the most fun bits in the entire game. I think Dragon Dance is an incredibly fun move that is it's also very satisfying to play when you get those resets in, just dancing around, flying around, and then flying again. I don't think it's too difficult of a bit as well, because you don't really have to hit skill shots, right? There's a lot of just click and damage, and we just barely win by 30 points. Did over 100k damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.